Okay, it's time to make the magic happen. We've done our foundation, we've done our concealer, and now we're going to do our eyes. This is the vital part of putting your makeup on. If you don't do all the other stuff, you want to do a little something to your eyes because you want people to notice your eyes. That's the most beautiful part of your face. And so we're going to do some tricks on the eyes. I'm going to show you for older skin some ideas for your eyes. And then because I have what's called hooded eyes, if I just look you like this, see how my upper lid droops down onto my mobile lid is what this is called. You don't see a lot of my mobile lid when my eyes are open. You get someone like Myra Yarborough, if you've seen her, she doesn't have this problem. She has this gorgeous giant mobile lid, so her makeup tips would be different, although she doesn't really even need makeup. The rest of us, they don't look like supermodels. We have to figure this out for ourselves. One of the things that I do, I haven't mentioned, is I always keep a roll of paper towels in my bathroom. This is a roll of Viva paper towels that are the small kind, that, you know, like half a roll. And I love to use this for everything from just blotting my face to wiping my fingers to wiping off my brushes as I work. And then I just throw this away when I'm done. Okay, so let's talk about eyeliner. When you have older, more mature, beautifully glorious skin, you cannot get away with wearing those giant lines on top of your eye or the big old cat eyes. It draws attention, it shrinks your eyes, it draws attention to your wrinkles. You don't want to do that. We're going to use eyeliner almost the way you did when you were a kid, and you would just outline your artwork. I remember my dad saying, things in real life aren't outlined. And I'm like, yeah, but they're so much prettier like that, it makes them pop. This is what we're going to do with our eyeliner. Okay, in the Young Living brush set, there's not a liner brush, so I got this at CVS. It's a very small, tiny pointed brush, and I really like it. I think it was like $4 at CVS Pharmacy. And then what I'm using is Multitasker. Let me get it out for you. I should have it out. But you could also use Jet Setter. These are the two. You guys have my labels on them because my old lady eyes can't read the bottoms. This is Multitasker. It can be an eyeliner. It can go on your eyebrows. I don't use it on my eyebrows. I know a lot of ladies like it on their eyebrows. I will sometimes, when I'm ready to get my hair colored again, but I haven't done it, so I end up with a little gray here, I will put a little Multitasker even right here on my Grandpa Munster sideburns. So you can use Multitasker in lots of ways. And then Jet Setter is black. Multitasker is like a dark chocolate color. Okay, so they're both dark. I'm going to use Multitasker today because I already got it in my little bowl. I showed you guys the little bowls. So what I did is I dumped a bunch of Multitasker in here about a week ago. And it's dry, right? I've been using this. And then I will spray it with the misting spray. This is the second time that I use the misting spray in my makeup routine. First is for my foundation, and second is for my eyeliner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reactivate what's in here with the misting spray. And so I can use this until it's all used up or I need to keep adding. I sometimes will even mix Jet Setter and Multitasker together so that I can get like a not all the way black but close to black. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray. I'm going to start with my eyeliner. I'm going to spray a pump in here, and it's going to reactivate this. Now this is dry and hard. You want it to do that because that's what you want it to do on your eyes, is get dry where it won't smudge, and this won't smudge. So, but when you just spray it in there, you can have like a little splash. I got some on a white shirt one time, so this is how I know. So I cut my hand around the little bowl and I spray a pump in there. Okay, and that's all. Sometimes check your hand, like I got a little bit on my hand, so I'll take my paper towel and just wipe that right off. Look, it's not easy to get off either. So that's the beauty of this stuff. So now I'm just going to take my pointy brush and I'm going to stir this around until it kind of wakes up the the eyeliner that's in there, the Multitasker. Once I get it where it's like a gel, I make a little point on the edge of my bowl with my brush. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I want the thinnest line I can get. All I'm trying to do is pop my eyes open. I'm not trying to do some drama thing. So I'm going to do this side to show you. I'm going to go right along the lash line. In fact, I'm almost going up under it almost a little bit. This is very subtle, very small. But I can see my husband in the window. He's gonna come in here and mess up this video. But can you see the difference in just that little tiny line that I made? Now this is gonna dry in maybe like 10 seconds, and then it's not going anywhere. If you smudged it right now, it might smudge a little, so you want to leave it alone. I'm going to give it a little bit more. Alright, just a little bit of a line. Look how pretty that is. You can tell the difference in my two eyes. Like this one just opened up a little more than this one. If you have trouble seeing, I know somebody in here I think mentioned, how do you see what you're doing? If that's a problem for you, I'm going to work on this eye real quick. Get yourself a magnifying mirror. One that has a light on it. You can get that pretty much anywhere. Costco, Walmart, the pharmacy, Amazon. So you can see I just did a small line, and I don't take it all the way in. Just I kind of slowly, just a tiny bit at the tip, and then it goes out. You can play with what looks best on your eyes. This is what looks best on my eyes. And now my eyes are kind of opened up a little bit. All right, I'm going to use that eyeliner again in a minute. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of stack this where you can stop anywhere you want. Like you can stop right here, just with a little concealer and some foundation, and put on your mascara and be done. Very simple, great, just running out with the kids. Okay, so at every step is a place you could stop if you wanted to. So the next thing I'm going to do though, I'm going to put on kind of a base. Best kept secret is kind of a flesh colored eyeshadow. I don't feel like you guys can see the colors, but it's the color of my skin basically. And I'm going to put some of that in the lid. Then I'm going to get it on and tap it off my fluffiest eyeshadow brush. When you use eyeshadow brushes, there's all different kinds. There's this, which is a fluffy brush. This is also called a fluffy brush, but it's a little bit denser and narrower. And then you have a flat brush. This is what comes in the Young Living kit. It's awesome when you want to really target where you want your eyeshadow. But if you don't want to do that, if you really want full coverage, you want to use a fluffy brush. And then there's also a blending brush, which we're going to use in a minute. So I'm using my biggest brush to put the Best Kept Secret on, and I'm just going to put it over my entire eyelid. Put some on, tap it off, and this is going to give me a good base for my eyeshadow. The other thing this does really well is it helps my eyeshadow sort of set so it doesn't fall into the creases. Well, I have a lot of creases in my eyes. As I've gotten older, there's even more creases. This is going completely top to bottom, all the way over my eyes. And it gave me just a little bit of a smooth coverage with my eyeshadow. Now, I had my my concealer on there, so I had a little bit of a foundation when I put the concealer on. I put some on my eyelid, and that gave me a little bit of a tacky foundation to stick this to. Now you can stop right here and put your mascara on and look really pretty, but I'm going to show you a few other things to kind of up the volume. Okay, one of the things, this is one of my favorite tricks. I have droopy eyes. If you look, they go sort of down. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying it's part of nature. So I'm taking I'm gonna put a little bit more Multitasker in here. I put like barely any. I'm gonna take my eyeliner, and I'm going to give my eye a little kick. I'm gonna go right here from like following along this line of the bottom of my eye up. I'm going to kick it up with a little, I just call it a kick. I don't know what it's called. Can you see that? Then I'm going to kind of connect it at a little bit of a triangle, just a little bit, to the eyeliner I already put on there. Okay, you might be like, drama queen, you don't need that. Like, I'm not wearing that around. Well, hang on, because look at the difference in my two eyes now. Just with this little up kick. How this eye looks so much more upturned and awake and happy than this eye from just that little thing. So this is something you can do to help your downturned eyes look more upturned. And what I'm doing is I'm going along like this without touching it, and when I get to the corner, I kick it up. It takes barely any. Okay, and it really helps my eyes. I don't know, my eyes look kind of red. I don't know why. Maybe because I put makeup on like 15 times today doing videos. Gotta get the best videos for y'all. Okay, so this is all I'm going to do with my eyeliner, and it really helped. Now, I don't really want people to see like this weird little kick on my eye, so we're going to fix that in a second. One of the tips for older eyes is because you have some saggy skin, guys, when you move the skin on your eyelids, like it stays there, right? It doesn't bounce back anymore. So you don't want to accentuate all that saggy skin up there. So you want to be careful not to use a ton of eyeshadow that has sparkle in it. You want to use as much matte as you can. The 3 matte eyeshadows that Young Living has is the Best Kept Secret, which I already put on, one called Unscripted, which is like a purpley gray, and then one called Diffused, which is darker purpley gray. It's like the darker, the next tone from Unscripted. Now I was at first like, purple, come on, seriously, like I don't want to wear purple. This is not my color. However, it really looks more gray. I wear it all the time and nobody's thinking I have purple on. I'm going to use my fluffy brush that is a little bit denser. Let's clean that off a little bit. Looks like it has a little makeup on it. I just take my paper towel and I kind of just rub it in there. I clean my brushes once a week, so they need cleaning. Now I'm going to take the Unscripted, which is this color, but you can see there's no sparkle in it at all. I'm going to put a little in my lid, okay, and then tap it off. You just take it and like tap it. And then I'm going to just put some, I'm going to kind of look down. So you don't want to pull on your skin because then when you let go, like your eyeshadow will not be where you wanted it. But I'm just going to kind of lean over and I'm going to put a little of this right here where I put that kick. Just a little bit of the lighter of the two. This is going to be my first. Most days for me, this is where I would stop right after this step. I'm going to just put that right here, keep it inside that line, and a little bit up onto the brow bone. I don't go in the bone, I stay on top of the bone, and that helps my eyes create the illusion that they're more open than they are. Okay, so this is maybe a little more than I wanted, but you can see like it really opened up my eyes. Again, I'm going to take the blending brush and I'm going to blend. You want to blend with every single turn. Instead of waiting to blend it all at the end, then you're not going to really get it blended the way you want. Okay, again, you could stop right here, but I'm going to keep going with the same color. And I'm going to put a little bit up on my brow bone. Again, this is a matte. I'm going on the bone above the crease. Right now we're sticking to a matte. I like a sparkle, so we're going to get some sparkle in there in a minute. I'm very light, like there's barely any on here. And I don't mist it because I don't want it super dark. Okay, I brought it a little bit lighter. It's the same shade. I just tapped off more, and I'm going to just, oops, wrong one. I'm going to just spread that. I'm going to blend it just a little bit. This is super easy, y'all. Like, I'm no expert on this. So the blending brush is really great to get it in all those wrinkles and stuff. Okay, so now if I wanted a darker, even more dramatic version of this, I could go back with the one that's called Diffused, which is even darker purple, and really go in here and give it some real pop. I'm not going to do that, but you could do that super easily. Now we're going to use the Wanderlust. I think I used that earlier. Don't know where I put it. Yeah, oh, here it is. Wanderlust. Okay, which is really white, and I'm going to put it up on my brow bone, like way up here. I'm gonna go back to using my bigger fluffy brush, and I'm gonna put a little tiny bit on and tap it off. There's not a ton on my brush, and I'm gonna put that on right up here, and I can just use that whole amount right here. That's going to wake up my eyes even more. Okay, and then I can blend it again if I want. Get it all nice and blended in there. This whole thing goes really quickly. This is not a slow project. It's just slow for me talking so much about it. Okay, we've gone on for 14 minutes, so I want to wrap this up. The last thing, a few things I'm going to do, if you really want a little bit of sparkle, I'm going to take the one called Residual, which is similar to Wanderlust. It's very light. It's got a little bit of a flesh tone, but it's got a sparkle in it. And I'm going to take my flat brush. And now that I'm done with all that, I'm going to dip it in and tap it off. And I'm just going to put some right here, and I'm going to go all the way up into the crease. And this is, I'm not putting it anywhere where there's really wrinkles. This is what I love about doing all the matte makeups first, and then going back with whatever's sparkly. Then I have already makeup in all the wrinkles, and I don't have to worry. I'm not putting this where there's a lot of wrinkles. So that opens my eyes up even more. It gives the illusion that my eyelid is bigger. So that is the bulk of my makeup tips. You want to stick with mattes. You want to use the right brushes. And the last thing I'm just going to show you, I'm going to take the same purple, the unscripted, and I'm going to use this flat. It's a very little, it's a super flat brush. And I'm using it dry. Like when I did it on the top, I used it wet, but here I'm going to use it dry. I'm going to take this little kick line I made, and I'm going to keep it going down under my eyes. This is the lightest color I would do that with, depending on how dark you want a line under your eyes. For me, I don't want a super dark line under my eyes. As you get older, your eyes kind of set back a little bit more in the socket, and you do not want to make them look even further back. So then I will kind of carry that up. But you could use the diffused, it's more of a brown, or you could use the darker version. The determined is also brown, so you could use some of the darkers, but that is it. I'm going to put my mascara on, and I am done. And I'm telling you, all these little tips really make your eyes look pretty. You're walking around, you don't look like you have crazy makeup on, and it helps with all those creases and lines and droopy eyes and all that. So I hope that helps you. I'm going to stick my mascara on, and I'm going to give you a few more fun tips in another video.